So a beautiful Saturday. I want to start the video out here today in La Quinta, California, showing you one of the most recent closures here right off Highway 111, IHOP. This is all closed down right here, Highway 111, shut down. And I bring this up today because I was reading today, and we'll talk about this later in the video, Kohl's and Macy's to shut down another 93 stores. And yet people think that there is no collapse taking place. I mean, this is how bad it is. IHOPs are closing. We talked about this months ago. So Macy's closing more stores, Kohl's closing more stores, IHOP shutting down. It's really a sad state of affairs, and there's somebody actually living back here. If you notice, there's a little tent area, blankets. So we have homeless everywhere, but somebody's actually living in that little tent area right there at the IHOP here. So as I walk through the parking lot, I'm going to walk you over no more than 100 yards. A little windy, I apologize. But we'll walk over here. Dollar Tree, gone. Big store. More restaurants closing, more retailers closing, more vacancies as the California fire burns, costing billions of dollars. We'll talk a little bit more about that too, but it's going to continue. We're going to see more problems with these disasters. We're going to see more problems with the U.S. economy, and we're going to see more problems for the average U.S. household here in America with inflation. Somebody's going to have to pay for all this, the mess that's been created, and you're seeing stores are paying for it, restaurants are paying for it, the U.S. household is paying for it with inflation. They're closing down, people's wages are not keeping up. People, you better wake up, because if you think that this is just going to go away overnight because of a new administration, you're sadly mistaken. I don't even know if this administration knows how bad it really is. But it's bad, and it's going to get a lot worse. So as I was talking about in the introduction of this video, Macy's and Kohl's announces closures of 93 stores in total. This on the hedge today. Macy's closing 66 stores in 22 states. Kohl's will be closing 27 in 15 states. These stores are closing because they're losing millions of dollars in revenue every year. So they are cutting the fat. We're going to see more restaurants, more retailers closing throughout America. And to me, it is another warning sign that the economy is not as good as they've been telling us. And you better really be paying attention to some of the things that are going on right now. Business bankruptcies in U.S. reach highest level since 2010. And yet people say, where's the crash? 686 company bankruptcies in 2024, ladies and gentlemen. You've seen the mom and poppers close down. You've seen the big corporate restaurants and retailers closing down, bankruptcies left and right, personal bankruptcies skyrocketing. If you don't see the crash happening right now, I don't know what to tell you. You're blind. You're very blind, or you're just lying to yourselves. King World News, the terrifying reason global interest rates are rising. The largest financial bubble in history is now beginning to unwind. Rate cuts are slowing. In fact, maybe they're going to stop. Maybe we may even see not rate cuts, but rate increases in 2025. Could you imagine what the markets would do if they had to start raising interest rates? It's unbelievable what is taking place. But they've cut the Fed funds rate, yet look at what's happening to the 10-year bond yield. Look at the interest you're paying on your credit cards. Look at your mortgage rates to go buy a house right now, over 7%. So the financial bubble, the largest in history, is beginning to unwind. And I don't think anybody or anything can stop the unwinding of this massive bubble. It's huge, and we know throughout history there's never been a bubble that has not burst. Daily Mail, global risk expert makes terrifying prediction for a uniquely dangerous 2025. Everybody's laying back, taking in the optimism, the Trump bump, this economic euphoria that's taking place. Be very, very cautious, ladies and gentlemen. Most people never really know until that there's a crash until things crash, right? The markets just don't predict these things. They just happen, right? And typically when things are the best, when there's optimism, when people are in this utopia, when they're in their bubbles, when everything seems just fine, this is when things burst. We're heading back to the law of the jungle. This is according to global risk consultant Ian Bremmer. We're heading back to the law of the jungle where the strongest do what they can while the weakest are condemned to suffer. Expect new and expanding power vacuums, embolden rogue actors, heightened risk of dangerous accidents and conflict. That is global risk consultant Ian Bremmer, and I think he is 100% spot on. Now, it's a nice day out today. Winds are definitely picking up out here in the desert. We're supposed to see gusts up to 45 miles per hour in some parts of Los Angeles tonight. There are still fires burning. Some of them are getting more contained. Some of them are barely contained. More evacuation orders taking place today. And if you're relying on the system, the broken system, if you're one of these people in Los Angeles right now, you're beginning to realize just how unreliable and broken the system is, how unprepared the system is. And the fires prove yet again, you're on your own. And, you know, some very, very bad actors are watching this. And we're seeing more and more reports of people starting these fires purposely. And think about the bad actors around the world that are watching this and just seeing how easy it is and how unprepared we are as a nation. Not just California, but as a nation, how unprepared we are. Because we don't even know at this point who is even running this country today, right now. And, you know, I'm watching some television today, and I'm getting, you know, hit up with these commercials from, you know, the Red Cross, and, you know, donate money, you know, help these people in Los Angeles. And look, I have empathy, I have compassion, my heart goes out to these people. But why in the world do we always have to donate money? Where is the government? I thought this is what we had a government for, that when there's an emergency, they step in, they're supposed to take care of these people, yet they want to tax you to death. And then after you pay all these taxes and you have no money left, they want you to donate whatever's left, you know, to the Red Cross, the Salvation Army, etc., to help these people who need help. But isn't that what the government was set up to do? Where is the government? Oregon, now I don't know if this is even true, but I watched a lot of videos on this today. Oregon sent 60 fire trucks to California, but they sat in San Francisco for emission testing. Now, I don't know if that's true. If you know anything about this, please comment down below if this is true or not. If this is true, if they had to sit there for more than 1 minute for an emission test, and what if they didn't pass the emission? They're not going to let these trucks into California. This is absolutely ridiculous, unacceptable. This is just how horribly run and managed the state of California is. And I'm not going to just say California, because the entire country has been poorly managed for decades. But if this is true, please comment down below if you've heard this, if you've seen this, if you know anything about this. But what do you think about having to donate money to the victims of this fire? Where's all of our tax money going? Where's the $25 billion that got sent to Los Angeles for the homeless population? It seems that the money got lost, never went to use. Where's that $25 billion? And if you're donating money, how do you know that that money is even going to make it to where it's supposed to be going? Los Angeles County, this is very disturbing. Los Angeles County Board of Supervisors, ex-mayor of West Hollywood, she was doing this press conference, and she's wearing an upside-down cross while giving an update of the LA fires. I think this was a couple days ago, and I was watching this video last night. I watched it again today. What is this all about? Los Angeles County Board of Supervisors, ex-mayor of West Hollywood, wearing an upside-down cross while giving an update on the Los Angeles fires. I can read this loud and clear, ladies and gentlemen. These are the people that are running the system. These are the people that we rely on to help when we need help. These are the people in charge when disaster hits. People sitting up there wearing upside down crosses. And you know, when I see that, I just wonder, is this all judgment? I don't know. I don't know. I've asked a lot of you, is this, judgment? Is God trying to wake people up? Is this a warning? Is this a punishment for all the garbage that is coming out of Los Angeles? And then when I'm seeing an ex-mayor, a supervisor wearing an upside down cross at a press conference, absolutely disgusting. And to say that we're not in spiritual warfare right now, you are drinking the Kool-Aid. Here's another one, Fox Business, California insurance crisis. List of carriers that have fled or reduced coverage in the state of California. Well, that's literally about every insurance company. Options for property coverage continue to dwindle or even disappear. If your home in Los Angeles, if you do get paid out and you do rebuild, which is going to take probably 3 years before you even get a 2x4 delivered to your property, with all the bureaucracy, the permits, all the red tape in LA, it is going to take years. It will take decades for Los Angeles to be rebuilt. And we're not even done with this. Who knows what's going to happen tonight as the fires continue. But and the winds are picking up. But, if I was an insurance company, I wouldn't do business in California either. And when you insure a $300,000 house that within a few years now is $800,000, how do they replace these properties and not go out of business? So with construction costs, inflation, they're basically saying goodbye to California, the mismanagement, the red tape, the bureaucracy, all the garbage in California. These insurance companies are just getting out. So if you do rebuild your property, who's going to insure it? And if you can get insurance, it is going to be so costly that it's going to push the value of your property straight down. Watching Josh Flack from $1 Million Listing yesterday saying he's paying $100,000 a year in property insurance on his home right now. He believes next year he'll be paying $400,000. What does that do to his property value? It's going to push it straight down. So I don't know. I don't know how this is all going to play out, but here's one from the Wall Street Journal. Who pays to rebuild California when insurance falls short? Everyone else. FEMA's broke. They pay a portion, right? But how are they going to pay anything? They're broke. Insurance companies are going to pay a partial amount. However, it's not going to pay all of it. So who makes up the difference? The homeowner is going to make up the difference. Maybe the taxpayer is going to have to chip in here. Could you imagine living in Iowa and your tax dollars, which are going overseas, are now going to go to California? But unfortunately, the majority of it will probably be the homeowner, and the homeowner who thinks he's insured is going to find out that his insurance only pays a partial amount of the claim. Maybe it's going to pay 50%, maybe it pays 70%. That means you, the homeowner, is going to have to make up the other 30 to 50%. That could be millions of dollars. I don't know. It's going to be a really, really ugly situation. But again, FEMA's broke. Insurance companies are not going to pay for all this. And it's going to be the homeowners. It's going to be the taxpayers. It's going to be just an utter joke. Biden says Fed will cover 100% of fire response costs in Southern California, CBS News. Right now, people are already getting denied assistance. Watching this last night, people were applying for assistance on their phones. They're getting denied right now. I think about the people in North Carolina who still have not received help. And yet, the administration is promising all this help to California. We all know talk is cheap. We're going to see. They're going to give them $750 checks. We'll see. I think the talk is very, very cheap. Again, if you're relying on the system, you better realize you're in big trouble right now. If you're relying on Uncle Joe to help you, you're in very, very big trouble right now. Just look at who is managing these cities, the country. I would hate to be in this situation right now with these people running the country and the city of Los Angeles. You are going to be in very, very big trouble. Report, California Governor Gavin Newsom cut $100 million from fire prevention budget in 2024. I watched this guy last night. He loves to talk. He loves to smile. He thinks everything is kind of funny. but he's taking no responsibility. He does not really even have a plan at this point. What do you do now that the damage is done? I mean, these people keep voting these same people right back into office. And this guy is talking sideways yesterday, has no plan. The bottom line is the damage is done. People have lost their homes. Let's not forget they've lost their businesses. They've lost schools. They've lost churches. They've lost synagogues. They've lost literally everything. Newsom, Bass, Christian Crowley, the fire chief, all these people are to blame, and they're going to point fingers at one another. They're going to point fingers at everybody. But at the end of the day, the damage is already done. These people were completely illiterate, and now you've lost your home, your business, your schools, your cars. I don't know how people go to work on Monday. Their kids don't have schools. People don't have transportation. Everything they had was in their homes. It's a complete disaster, ladies and gentlemen. At the end of the day, the damage is done. We can blame whoever we want to blame, but it is game over. But I think these people should step down, maybe even investigated. We'll see. Gross mismanagement. Petition for urgent recall of LA's Mayor Karen Bass hits 59,150 signatures, and that number is going to grow. Should she be gone? Comment down below. I think she should be. LA residents are demanding she be immediately recalled, and I think she should be more than recalled. I think she should be held accountable. This lady has a very, very questionable track record for sure. And you know, you can recall people all day, but where's the accountability? People have lost their lives. They've lost everything. And this is going to be probably closer to $200 billion of damage. And while all this is taking place, let's not forget the lovely people in Hollywood. Article today, F off Mandy Moore, roasted for sharing in-laws GoFundMe page during LA fires, lashes out at critics. Now, she has a net worth of around $14 million. She shared a GoFundMe page for her relatives, her brother-in-law and sister-in-law, whose home in LA burnt down because of the fire, and she wants you to help her family. She's worth $14 million, ladies and gentlemen, and she is sharing a GoFundMe page for her relatives. She can't help them. Yeah, F off Mandy Moore. This is absolutely repulsive. And this is Hollywood. This is when you go to a movie and you buy a movie ticket, she's getting some of the money. This is what you're supporting with your time, your money, your energy. These are the people you support in Hollywood. These deviants, these scumbags, these hypocrites, these lowlifes. This is when you go buy, I don't even know what a movie ticket is. What is it? $18, $20? This is what you're supporting when you go to the movies. People like Mandy Moore. Absolutely disgusting. And what's even maybe more disgusting is this one from the Hedge. 3 military Humvees, machine gun mounts, stolen out of Los Angeles. Actually, it was Orange County, just a little bit south of Los Angeles. Tustin Police Department is investigating the break-in at the Army Reserve Center in Tustin Wednesday night. Just read about this today. This is alarming. It's extremely concerning. They cut the fence. These Humvees had gun mounts and a bunch of military gear, 8 machine gun mounts, 7 freestanding machine gun mounts, and they just cut the fence and drove these things right out of Tustin to God knows where for God knows what. How can this even happen? Where are these things? What are they going to do? Why did somebody take these 3 vehicles? I mean, there's a lot going on, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of people are beginning to question these fires, how they began. I question how 3 military Humvees can just disappear in the middle of the night. Where are they? Why were they stolen? A lot happening. And yet, the system continues to collapse all around us, and people believe that everything's fine. There's no crash. The economy's fine. Society's wonderful. Crime's going down. Nothing to worry about. Every day, I watch what's happening, and I read these articles, and I advise. that you take 10 or 15, 20 minutes out of your day, do your due diligence, and begin to read some of these articles from these news sites. And come to your own conclusion of should you be preparing or should you not be preparing mentally, physically, spiritually, and financially. Do you really think things are heading in the right direction right now? We're 11 days into 2025 and look at what is going on. And let's not forget yesterday, Dow Jones down 700 points. We're going to see some crazy stuff in 2025. The Kool-Aid drinkers out there that think this is going to be smooth sailing and a wonderful year in 2025, I pray to God you're right, but I think you're going to be proven wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I hope it's a great year. I hope it's a safe one. I pray that economically it's phenomenal for the entire country. I hope everybody's going to be safe and sound too. But I got a really uneasy feeling, as many of you do too, that we're heading into something we've never seen before. I'm going to leave it there today. Have a good weekend. Be safe out there. Be praying for this new administration coming in. Be praying for the people in Los Angeles. Be praying for America. I think that this is just the tip of the iceberg. Who knows what tomorrow brings, what next week is going to bring. But right now, in the first 11 days of 2025, this thing's been a barn burner. And it's only a matter of time before something else big happens. And it could happen in your town, your city. It could affect your life. Be ready. Be prepared. God bless all of you. Thanks for watching today. Please make sure to like, share, subscribe. And as always, look forward to speaking with all of you very, very soon. Take care.